Hello and welcome. Now, I actually was going to do this just myself because I'm not actually going to do anything other than just, well, I've got to shift this. Yeah, I wanted to do a bit of testing to see what kind of, and I thought, well, to be honest, we've done this a few times. This is sort of outside the remit of the actual. I mean, we're going to learn things from it, but then I could easily just go on another map and do exactly the same thing there. So it's not really cheating. This is actually just, there's only one way really to check out cycles of a factory production, and that really is to place it. So there's, yeah, I'm thinking this is for the fertilizer side, because we've got a build up now of slurry and manure. Not massive, but I don't want it to get massive. I don't want it to. Now there is the one that Kevin told me about a long time. Never got rid of it. Sorry, I'm just knocked my microphone. Yeah, there's obviously there's these placeable trigger ones. I'd like to use those, but not right at the minute. Yeah, there's I'd like to sort of try and have a look at. Yeah, there are some that I would like to try, but not on this particular Let's Play. These have got to be. I mean, I was thinking of the crude oil, also the Universal Crusher Emperor loop again. I was thinking about that. I thought, but then you've got to like just. It's got to be a lot of stones, really. Garriette was probably the best one for that, and that's where we did bring it out. So there are. Yeah, the yellow factory, that is the one that Kevin told me about a long time ago. I've never removed it. You would like to try these as well, see what they are, again, because they're also very reasonable. I think it's another way of moving around with productions. Yeah, this is the one. Well, we could have this back, because we had this on Garriette. So Takapajula, we didn't have it, but we placed this the other day. Its special ability really is changing silage to fertilizer. It's one of the only things other than a BGA in the game that actually does it. So it has a place, a special place really. There's obviously, yeah, there's the fruits ones, but I'm just trying to concentrate on the type that literally do fertilizer at present. So it's a shame you can't filter out by type really on this, but yeah, I did think about the industrial BJ, but it's big. We've got the one thing you've got to think about with this particular map is its land is expensive, and I don't mean it's expensive, but it is in a way, which means that things have got to be small really. That's the premium. Yeah, the bigger they are, the more money it costs you to actually even place it. So we've seen the manure factory, we had that last time, so we can't have that. This is the one. Water production factory, LSMT modding team. I think this is the one. Yeah, I'm not going to save the game, so this is just us coming in and checking cycles. So it's not going to do any damage because we're not going to save it. Yeah, we've got that already. The old General Mill, I would like to place that, but that's got no bearing on what we're doing now. The other good one is the Farmer Jeb one, and I'd still like. This was the clear winner when we did this a long time ago, but then there have been others since. But I still don't think. Yeah, the production revamp ones are alright, but there were a lot of them. Some of them are quite reasonable, but none of them really bowled me over as being better than Farmer Jeb's or anything like that. So yeah, still think his is probably the best. Got a few others as well. They're coming up now. I do love that Calipseric one, and it's not overpowered. That's a nice one. These are all the sugar factories. I think I've got some more. I really should have more than that. Oh, have I gone past them, or have I taken them out? I wonder if I have. I had a bit of a clear up of like things where I was duplicating, but I know I wouldn't do the Farmer Jeb, so it's probably because I'm chatting and doing this at the same time. I'm a terror, I admit it. I'm not very good at noticing. Right, Farmer Jeb. That's the old General Mill by Farmer Jeb. The other one is a bit like that. Unless he's changed it. Ah, there we go. Yeah, I think probably I have thinned out the herd a little with these because there were a lot that weren't fantastic. So probably is that I've just left those two in. Now I believe this is the one that's stupendous on seeds. This is the one where you really... But I remember it also does... hey, I don't know actually. yeah, I'm not really sure whether its super ability is only the seeds, or it goes a bit silly, as I personally think. Yeah. Field Products Factory. This is is it the field 3000 to 1005? Field Products Factory. I think this is that one. Seeds? No, it can't because it's got seeds. Yeah, this is the Farmer Jeb. It's like 50% loss. Does a lot of cycles, but obviously it's expensive. And I mean, relatively, when you consider something like the production shed or the 20 grand ones or the 30 or 40 grand ones, it's 100 grand. But you sometimes get what you pay for. And that one, here we go. This is the multi-production. So 50 plus 100, get 120. Solid fertilizer. 75, 50, 75 plus 50, 220, 150, 200, 250. You're losing 30, so that's actually quite good, and it's not terrible. Yeah, this was the one. Yeah, you can see 50 plus 75 plus 25, 150, 1800. That is crazy, and the cycles are insane. So this is the one you'll never see me use for that. That's not terrible, though. You're losing 30 on that. Mineral feeds, 1, 2, 3. You're losing 500 of the potatoes, pretty much. That's not impossible to do, though. With 1,000 canola, though. 1,000 hay. Yeah, that's not a bad one either. So the only one you'd never see me use it is for that one there, and it's very reasonable. Yeah, that's crazy. It really is. I mean, 75, it's stupendously crazy. That is a way to print money, but it's just, yeah, it's insane. No one can multiply seeds like that at all. So, yeah. So I think there's still a clear winner, and that is the Farmer Jeb, definitely. Yeah, it's 50% loss. So it is good apart from that. Oh, and manure, that's right, you can convert straw to manure and you are gaining about half again, but you are adding water to get that. So, yeah, obviously there's a secret ingredient that it's not telling us that's to do with the Field Products Factory, wink wink. But yeah, these are lossless as well, which I like. But most of them are, though, on that particular thing. Yeah, they really are. I mean, these are interesting. But obviously, this is what I've always said about the Omatana. This is where the Omatana comes into its own because it's a little bit special on this. I do love the water symbol. Yeah, it's lossless, but you also gain half again as digestate for the water converts straight to that. Although obviously it's that that's doing it, but yeah, and the same as the chaff one. That makes the Omatana one of the most unique and special um, productions out there. It just can't be surpassed for that particular thing. But it's not so crazy, not like the seeds one that we saw down there. I mean, again, this is not terrible, really, not for anything else. It's just the seeds, which, again, if I don't use it for seeds because I think it's cheaty or stupendously silly, then but this is still good. Again, but you still need quite a digestate, but as it is almost lossless, and for that it's a bit special, even better than the Farmer Jebs. So, but you do need all of those products. I mean, straw. I would allow if we've got 3/4 of the sort of products, the buying of the straw to make the last bit because it's I've allowed that for sugar for making chocolate and things like that. So, yeah, that one wouldn't be a bad one to actually do either. So yeah, I think for once then we might actually place that one because I think we can actually do it. Yeah, so no, that's the Farmer Jeb. This is the one here with only 4 products. Again, the lime and that we've got, but the mineral feed's unique. But obviously we've got potatoes. We haven't got canola, but we can plant canola. Oh, I think we've missed the boat for now. Or do we allow, as we've just said, do we make silage? We've got some bales already and some hay, and just allow the buying of the canola, because we can get pallets from the thing again. We can do that. Just don't like blurring the lines at little, but it is doable, and it's not so unbelievable, really. It's just I like to do things on our own. I'm not going to touch anything apart from that. I just wanted to show you this. So I think this is what we're going to go with. So I'm going to slink away, and next session we are going to place this properly. For a change, we're just not touching the seeds, because it's crazy. That's why I've never removed it, because it's not so silly in every other way. And we've got the Omatana that does 1-for-1 on seeds, which is believable. Maybe slightly lossless, or but maybe slight loss, but I think all of them do that 1-for-1, so it's not out of place and it's not special in comparison to anything else. So right, so I'm going to bring you in a few minutes, and we're going to get cracking, get a session recorded. So for now I'm going to say goodbye. Do I say goodbye? No, I'm not. I'm going to slink away. It's true, because I'm just going to record this, and I always cause more hassle if I say hello and goodbye, but the hello can stay, because this will be the beginning of session 2. So yes, I'm going to see you shortly. Right, I am back. Yes. Oh, hang on. YouTube's notifications, Microsoft being its usual friendly self, at the most inopportune moments of time, of course. Yeah, this is the broadest sort of section, so probably isn't bad. The other thing is, I always have said this about design. Right, we'll shift that, we did before, but obviously I didn't save it. If you think about where would be possibly the best place be for something, I mean, I've put the two things together with this sort of in mind a little bit. The best place to do where the least amount of dragging the stuff, because obviously these are both got manure and slurry, so the simplest place, the best place, would be right in the middle. Now you can't always do this, I do realise this, so which is why I like always to build my own farm rather than take the productions. I know not a lot of people do it, but it is, as I often quote, as my geography teacher said, location, location, location. It is so much as a success for businesses, which is why distribution centres set up in the middle of nowhere in a central location, because it's the best possible place. So we've just done that test, so we know what we're going to go for. It's fairly big, but also very reasonably priced. It's one of the few yellow buildings I've got, so yeah, I tend not to keep, like, if I'm not going to use anything, I've had a massive clear out because it was taking forever for the game to load. So I've got rid of everything. There's certain ones like the Land Bakery that I'd never get rid of. They're just too stupendously good. I think it's surely, yes, there we go. Right, so the thing we need is the grate. The most. Why is that overlapping? Oh, okay, it's just a little too close to the silos. Now then, that is true, we shall see, because that silo was down first. See if this actually does do... Now, am I going to cause any... No, because I only go backwards and forwards. Really? Is it better sort of more in the middle, because the grate's the thing that's important? Right, it's fairly level, that is. It's only 895. Let's do it. I don't care if we lose a bit of field. Is it better? It is actually, thinking about it. We need the nozzle. So I'm hoping... Yeah, let's go back now, sort of level with that. I'm hoping that... I'm trying to do it... If we lose a bit of field, I understand. We lose a bit of field. We need to do a bit of paint, and we'll do what I did with the other one. Yes, and I still know I've got to put some grass down there. I've totally forgot about that. Yeah, I know we've done a few courses with this, and they're totally worthless now because we're about to... yeah, there's no point in being ungenerous. It's the one thing I have learned over the... you try to be tight and like not go too mad, and you end up being... I don't think we need that, so we'll just put just take a bit of the grey and make it into green to make it look like grass. Same on this one, because we've got to make the tractors and all the equipment avoid it anyway. and Courseplay to see that it's the edge of a field, do you know, well, we've got this here, let's just do that. Sometimes this is one of those where time is super important, and you've not always got time. It is costing me to have someone lay, I don't know what you'd class this as, pretend grass. It's someone's painted it green. Yeah, I mean, it's almost a sort of like bare grass, but not like that you'd put down. Yeah, I mean, it's sort of, if you look closely, very, like, I don't know, it's not fake grass, but it's close. When you're at it, it looks awful from above, though. So, right, so then, yeah, no, it's not too bad. Yeah, it takes up a little bit of room, but it's, for it to do its job, it will do. So we're not doing seeds from it. We're going to totally ignore that particular aspect. Now, does this... I wonder if Giants have fixed that issue where it borrows the storage. So farm supply production, multi-production factory. Yeah, no, it has only got its own storage, which is brilliant. Yeah, it hasn't got any like plus 2 million for across the way with the silo. So it does make me wonder, because this was down first, whether Giants have actually fixed that issue. Yeah, it would normally add its capacity to this, and it hasn't. So that is very, very welcome if that is the case, because obviously I always get clocked by this, because you're going to add bits to your farm, and often the silos are probably the first thing you'll place. So yeah, you can scrub what I said in the last session, because no longer is that a thing. You can no longer stick this as additional storage next to this, because this is, otherwise it would read it, and it isn't. So that is fantastic. Yeah, obviously I think we put this down second though, so this one wouldn't. Yeah, nor that one. But normally if you put this down first, this would often read the storage on this one, and this one was down before that. So yeah, really, technically, now obviously I'm chatting, I've placed it down. You could say I've used about a minute to place it. I mean, that's literally a minute. We are 1 minute into session 2. So we're now with 2 minutes into session 2, so I must add that on to the thing. What I'd like to do now is go into the time lapse. We're going to grab the slurry and the manure, stick that straight in here. So we're going to get that business going. Obviously prices are shocking on hard economy, but yeah, I mean, it is what it is. It is. I mean, the one thing that was a bit soul destroying was the chopping the logs in well, that's gone a bit weird, isn't it? In Takapajula, that was a bit soul destroying, because I've never had such a poor amount of cash from cutting wood, really, cutting logs. Tree harvesting, that's it. I couldn't think of the proper word. So, it's not terrible. Yeah, it needs reminding that it should drop to the floor. Right, so I'm going to say my words. Hopefully this session we're going to get through winter. I think I'd fed the animals already, or had I? No, I hadn't. Although the pigs were particularly, yeah, all right. But neither of them, I can actually do I'd like to get the manure done, and then we're going to feed. No, let's feed them first. Let's get that done. I think we've got some TMR left in the silo, but if we haven't, that's why I put it there. I thought sometimes the storage bins will not have certain products, so the TMR is a bit awkward, a bit like hay and that. Often traditionally hay lofts have been used, but to be honest, silos are, yeah, it's multi-fruits. They are so fantastic. I know Mr. CDP often, or used to, I think some of his watchers and viewers and subscribers used to complain about it, because he always seemed to be on the defensive whenever he put a silo down as additional storage like that. So I've never had any complaints about that to date. But yeah, right, it is time, yeah, that we get some work done. So I am going to say my words. I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. Right, I think that's where we'll leave it. That was quite stupendous. It was. The cycles are insane, but that doesn't surprise me. But yeah, I mean, it's still. I thought I'm only allowing one, so I've got no digestate. So I'm gonna have to. I was going to use a straw for other things, but it's still, obviously, it's all about us earning good businesses, and we've got a good business. So it's a strange one though. I'm not used to quite that. So it does a lot of manure and a lot of digestate. The straw and the slurry, as you've noticed, that's going down quite slowly. You can see how insane the solid fertilizer is going up there. That is absolutely amazing. And the sales, I do believe, there's the one thing we didn't look at this morning. But there is absolutely nothing that's not a bad. It's a beautiful harvester, but I think we're all harvested out, if I'm honest. That's interesting. We've already got one of those as well. So yes, I think grass is going to really become important now. I'm trying to think though. Obviously, if let's just do this by design. Oh, no, wrong one. Yeah, if we. Yeah, no, I'm on the right screen. I was thinking I'm on the wrong screen. I'm not. Yeah, if this is the central part of our, I don't know really, that's not important. We can stick another omatana down, which would sort of take the digestate and stick that to, yeah, it would actually, thinking about it. There's two things we could do. We could either, we've got that little grass field there, but it lends itself that if we're doing that as the grass, I think we should probably not do that as a grass field. I'm thinking that, do we do? I'm thinking that because it's already got some grass. I'm not sure if we're allowed to destroy the path, but it is ours. So I would have thought Hagenstadt was something that you could really do that. It's a bit awkward that there's the road. There is a back entrance to that, but you've got a, yeah, oh, hang on, there is a road there. Oh, it is actually. Yeah, because I come down that one, but then I didn't think there was a road there, so I couldn't see one. So I think we're going to buy 3 and convert that to a massive grass field. We might do something with that one. Oh no, it's not that. It's not a terrible shape actually. It's an awful field. It is absolutely vile. It's the worst kind of, but it's a grass field. But I mean, yeah, no matter what we could do is something that's high yield. I'm thinking something like, I suppose we could do. I'd like to do taters there again, just as that proof of like, because I'd like to use that harvester that we bought, the little one. I know it's going to take hours, and I'd like to do this as a test. So if it would take 15 minutes, I hope you'd give me the. It's just this is an ideal situation. It looks like Giants have changed things as well. I've got to be totally truthful. Oh, our score's not bad, except on that one. That's 50. 72, 75, 69. That is brilliant. That's 50 because obviously we've done nothing on it. So we're going to tear that one up next session. I just wanted to get us to here though. So that one, I'm not worried. I think we've got enough sugar beets to, I'm not sure what we're going to do because we've got sugar beet and potatoes. I mean, it's to sell them, it's not really ideal. But we could make sugar. We could use the farmer Jeb as well. And obviously we've got wheat. We could do oats. This is a massive oat field again. We've got straw then for the winter. So I think this is going to be oats, our biggest field. So big field oats, that's going to be wheat, which I'm not sure if it's a good one for flour. I think you lose a lot of that. Could make seeds, if seeds are worth anything. Yeah, because they vary from map to map. Oh, they are fairly good. Oh yeah, they are. A grand would normally be 2,000 on a standard map, so hard economy is halved. 1,000 in December, January. So yes, that's the good price for that. So we could do that straight swap for Swedes. Obviously not using this beast or we'll become millionaires overnight. Definitely. Yeah, so what are we going to do over on field 6? trying to think. We need a protein crop for the things. I'm thinking, yeah, sunflowers. It's not a very high yield, but you don't need a lot of it for the protein side of the pig food. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, I've even fed them ready for next session. So yeah, they've got the base food the most. Say the grain, we've not got any. So I'll don't mind buying some of those in. We could buy a few wheats, 2 wheats, a couple of sunflowers. Don't mind buying that in because we're buying that in anyway. So it's just cheaper. The root crops is catching up with the protein, which it shouldn't be. So it's pretty much, yeah, to be honest, we need a bit of grain and a bit more. We've got obviously the sorghum on hand, although not that much, but enough. So if we put another 10 tons in tomorrow morning when that's gone down a bit, yeah, I mean, these also are 50% pubescent, halfway through puberty. These ones are obviously, yeah, about to give birth again. So I don't know, I can't remember. Now, when I was doing this properly, you see, this is where having that, selling that was a little bit silly of me, really. Although there is one what I'm thinking of, when I did this, the only Let's Play I've ever done this properly was, these ones are nearly out of puberty. If we sold, this is what makes it awkward, is you're losing, you would need another thing to act as a pen for this to be taken in, which a farmer would have to do in real life, or else tomorrow morning we're gonna like have 200 births and lose 200. So I mean, it is a bit awkward. I don't really know what to do. But I mean, I suppose it's more about space. If you think about another one of those, I suppose you could stick one on this side here. Really, I've never done it, but I've got to be honest, it is the proper way to actually do it. I'm trying to think, is there a, well, yeah, let's have a quick look. Pigs, is there a big one that can hold a lot of pigs that's not very big? I mean, yeah, it doesn't have to be. I mean, they're going to give birth to 200, so it really, ideally, would need to be 200. Now, that I've had before. It's obviously square. I mean, the other thing is, I could now go sheep, and we could do sheep on this grass field, which it would just about fit, or we could do the other pig there and run them across. But I'd sooner, what lends it to me again, that design, is if that one was stuck next to that one and mirrored it, then we could take them from that to that straight away. But we'd have to do it now, yeah, this month, and take the 200 little ones and stick them into that one, so that the 200 give birth to another 200, which then, yeah, we're doing it the proper way to do farming, which really is the best way to make cash. But you need more than one of the, like one, not of those, but one of, yeah, you need another enclosure, really. And if you're going to go animals in a big way, it's just, I'd like to sort of, I keep saying I'm trying to play realistically, and I am, but there's certain aspects that over the years of playing Farming Simulator, I thought, yeah, but I'm not playing that really properly. And it's true, I'm not. That really would lend itself to us sticking another Vergamini down and sticking 200 of the little ones in this one, that they're going to become older at some point. Once they've given birth, the big ones, they could be then sold because they're the ones that make the most money. So it's and then the young ones that are pubescent, they're obviously growing into the point when soon they're going to start to give birth. And also, yeah, I know there's also, I normally have them for slurry that, but also it's still going to make you quite a bit of cash selling 200 adults. So to me, I'm not sure how, but I suppose that's what I'm trying to say. Oh no, it's going to be working. No, we will shift these and we will try that next session, but I'm not going to do it now, it's naughty. Yeah, I keep forgetting it's normal habits where this doesn't really take place. So yeah, we need a bit more food for the pigs to go through, but that's happy. So there's still a bit more slurry, but the slurry isn't, that's a point. Are we forgetting the production shed? You can do the normal. I am actually. It's weird. I'm trying to censor on one, but I am being silly because I'm not actually thinking. So we want the ones without. So slurry is what we've actually got a lot of. So we could do the slurry one and the excess slurry stick in there because there's a lot. I mean, relatively. Yeah, there's 21 tons in there and 32 tons in there. So that would be still quite a lot more of that. Again, it's all about businesses, so we want to be sticking that on selling. Yeah, they're obviously they're what we've made for our own use. So next session, obviously, well, that is a point. Let's have a look. What can we plant? I think, if I remember rightly, I don't know actually. Sunflowers are early. Sunflowers and oats we can do for our, and we're going to do potatoes, which likewise we can do. So we bought field 3, which we want to make into a grass one, because then we can produce our own digestate. So sunflowers, we've got wheat in that one, oats, potatoes. We could do sheep in there, could make this a heavily rich, but we're not here long enough. I think we've sort of missed the boat for that, so I think we'll keep that. We might put another crop in there. It's got to be something that's a good yield, really, because it's a terrible field. And we've, yeah, but I suppose we could do the test somewhere else, really. We could put the potatoes in there. I'd still like to sort of test, I mean, yeah, to see how much we get from that. I would imagine it'd be pretty paltry, really, whether it's fully fertilized or not. But yeah, we'll see. We shall see. Yeah. So, giant grass field, because that's going to produce our own digestate. Also, silage, we've still not got anything down, as in we've not got a BGA or anything like that. But we could use the BDDSB one for making silage into fertilizer as well. Really, it is a good business. It always is a good business. So I think that is probably, so potatoes, we've got wheat in there, oats, sunflowers. So we've got this free now, grass, and what else do we want? What is a good little, do we need corn? That's a point. What is that other business for? The mineral feed needs canola. We've missed the boat, but we could buy that. I did say. So silage for that one. For the mineral feed, we've got potatoes, and it's only a little bit. We could buy the canola, make our own silage, make some of that into, yeah, it's trying to think about how we do that, because we're going to need to split that 50-50. Now, you can use the Omatanas. I could use the original, sorry, the farm supply production. We could have one doing grass hay. Yeah, we're going to miss out on the digestate then. But you kind of always. But I suppose we could do our own hay. We have actually got one of those to do. So yeah, we probably could actually. It's probably not a bad idea. And then make mineral feed. Yeah, that's loss. Not heavy loss though. That's a bit better. Yeah, that's not bad at all. 150, obviously. Yeah, I mean that's a bought one. Stones, yeah, again heavily, but stones are cheap. So if you were doing it, but I don't like doing businesses like that. So yeah, the mineral feed one seems a good one. If we're doing a lot of grass, we could half TED one, or we could, I suppose, which is the one we need the most. I suppose it's 50-50 sort of. It is a 50-50 sort of cut. So we could sort of keep that as two fields then. We could have this and this, which this is a terrible yield, as hay, and this one, which we could just go up to the roads and literally up to all the way around there, make that one into silage, and I think the two between them will be a pretty much of a split. Let's see. Oh, we also owe that bit of ground there, so if we could put an Omatana, I suppose we could stick it, I would say, probably there, dead center. So again, it's equal to go to that. But are we going to do that? it does 250, so I suppose this one we could take here, but then it means, I suppose this lends itself to having two omatanas, one to have hay. So if we stuck one at this end, or I suppose we could stick both together. There's no real thing. Put them right next to each other, and have one to do hay, and because you can't control the amounts, and you can control the amounts if you drop it in, but you can't control the amounts if you drop 300 tons. It's going to do. I suppose it is going to do 50-50 though. Really, it does 250 tons of each. I don't know that it works like that, but I suppose it's worth having a go, really. I never thought of that. It is possible that it's going to do exactly what we want, and it's possible it won't. But if we don't try it, we won't actually know. So, up to 830,000. Not only that, but we have bought another field that we're going to work heavily. We've got a bit of room, extra room. I think it's a bank, though. I think that's the bank, so I don't think that's very much use to us. But yeah, we'll make that as big as we possibly can. It doesn't matter if we lose that bit of road. We'll do that one also, but bear in mind, I think there's trees, I think, and also, I don't know if the plant pots, I think the plant pots are along there, so we're going to have to avoid those, obviously. So hay, grass, and we're going to make silage digestates to do our own digestate for our business. And then we're going to do a bit of farming as well. And we've got to do this as quickly as possible. So these fields all need hitting hard. And I would imagine, yeah, let's have a look, because this is the chatty stage. Let's have a look. Does anything need ploughing? Because it is on now. It's this one, isn't it? Ooh, yes. Only two, though. Yeah. So we could plough those two. That's not going to be so... Well, of course it is. Yeah, I'm being silly. They're both root crops. Of course it needs ploughing. Yes, definitely. So the stones on that one, and if they work the same as this one, to be honest, we should be able to pick those up. So we need to plough that. Plough that. We'll get the one at the 9 metre going on that one, and the 10.5 metre going on that one. And then we'll get it with the stones. We might yeah, it's a good job we've got a lot of tractors, because we're going to need a lot for this next session. There's going to be at least, I'm trying to think, we need grass, so that's one. We need, we've got four, I suppose. Thinking about, we need a big one there, at least one. That's going to take the longest. Probably best to hit that with two. And that's going to take a while to plough it out. And that might be me, because I'm going to, I suppose, no, I could go run around the edge, I suppose, on both of those quickly, and then set the plough going. And then, but before I do that, while I'm marking the course, get the two ploughs going on these two, then get the stones going on it. Oh, but yeah, I'm working through. I'm sweating the minutiae. We'll work that one out next session. Yeah. So all that remains to be said is, did I? Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. I remember. Yeah, so that is a beautiful bit of kit as well. It is, but very good price. But it is true, I think we're about there, even though we're going to use a lot of tractors. It gets silly when you move. We still seem to have lost some of our bits and bobs. Yeah, we've still got the trailer. I've never known them not to literally... Yeah, we have got those two, but only one of them is actually showing. If you, like, show on the map... Well, that might be the one that we've actually got. Yeah, there's nothing, no green beam of light, not even in the distance. So to me, that's the one that's lost. Yeah. I don't know whether it's going to come back on the next map, or whether it's... I don't know how it works, because technically it is our kit, but you can't reset unless you can see it as a dot. So yeah, it's a bit... There's another something else that I noticed was missing. But that was the main thing I did notice. Yes, and there's nothing arrived back. The front lifter I reset because it was something that was wrong with it, and that's what we just bought. We will need the tether if we're going to... No, we're going to do it with the Omatana, aren't we? Yeah, I mean, you're out of bounds, and it should be there, or, as it does sometimes, it comes on the map, and you can see it on the edge of the map, or... I mean, sometimes I've seen them wander across the map, But again, there's no white dots, so it's just disappeared, really. Yeah, but yeah, it'll either come back or it won't, and I'm not going to lose any sleep over it. It was very, very reasonable. It's just a shame though, because I am trying to use them, and I do actually quite like them, even though they're small. They're not that small, so I might actually start to use those a bit more, as I said. So all that remains to be said is thank you very much for watching. Truly do hope you can stick with me on this journey, and I'm going to say goodbye for now.